In this video, I'm going to tell you 9 very sneaky ways that hackers can use to steal all your crypto and what to do to protect against that. Everybody can get hacked, from your grandma to CEOs of crypto companies. Even if you are knowledgeable in crypto, even if you are very careful, you can still get hacked. So watch this video if you don't want to lose all your crypto. If you are new here, I'm Julian, I'm a software developer and I've been working with crypto projects since 2017 on a day-to-day basis, so I know a thing or two about crypto hacks. Okay, so let's say that you're getting started with crypto, so you create an account on a crypto exchange, you send some money there, and you wake up one day, you see a news that says that your crypto exchange got hacked and your balance is zero. What happened? Well, what happened is that a hacker found a way to get his hand on the private keys of the exchange and managed to steal all the crypto, because you see, on a crypto exchange all the money is kept on a wallet that has a password that we call a private key, and if you have this private key you can take all the money. So of course a lot of security measures are taken so that this private key is very secure, but sometimes hackers can find some very creative way to get the private key. For example, with social engineering, they do some research about the organization of the team of the exchange, and for example they call the IT department, they pretend to be the boss, they pretend to be in a hurry, and sometimes they manage to get some info like this, and this happened to many exchanges. For example, Mongox was one of the first crypto exchange in Japan, and it got hacked and all the investors lost all of the money. Okay, so next situation. So let's say that you learn your lesson, you choose a better exchange because the CEO really inspire you. For example, a CEO that he's into effective altruism like SBF. So you invest in an exchange like FTX, everything goes well, and one day you hear the bad news, the exchange is going bankrupt, and you don't understand because this time there wasn't any hack of private key, there wasn't any hacker. Everything was because of the CEO. It was actually a scam. And so what happened is the CEO, when he received your money, he didn't actually use it to invest in crypto, but he did his own investment. He used your money to do his own gamble, and his gamble failed. And so now all the money is gone. Okay, so let's say that you choose a good crypto exchange that is secure. So you store some money there, but not too much. Everything is going well, and one day all of your money is gone and you don't understand why, because you didn't do any withdrawal yourself and the exchange didn't get hacked. There wasn't any scam at the exchange level. You contact the customer service, everything is fine. You are the only one affected, and your account shows a withdrawal to a bank account that is unknown to you, and everything looks legit. So what happened? Well, what happened is a Simswap attack. So your SIM card is going to be canceled and someone else is going to receive the SIM card, and you won't have access to your phone number anymore. And the other person will be able to access your crypto exchange or any other account that use two-factor authentication with mobile phone. So what can you do to avoid this hack? So first, nowadays, crypto exchanges tend to be more secure. For example, they have this system of cold and hot wallet, where basically most of the money is sent to what we call a cold wallet, where the security measures are really high. And for daily trading, they have a small percentage of all their crypto, something like maybe 10%, in what we call a hot wallet, that is slightly less secure but easy for them to operate. The second thing you should know is that you have to be very careful with which exchange you choose. For example, it's probably better to choose an exchange in your own country if you trust the local regulator for financial activities. So my next security tip is to call your mobile phone operator to tell them to lock your SIM. It will be way more difficult to do a SIM swap attack. My next security tip is to not use crypto exchanges that only allow two-factor authentication with your phone. It's way safer if you can use an app like Google Authenticator. But in any case, it's not a foolproof guarantee, so I recommend to only leave your crypto on exchanges when you do trading, but never for long-term storage. Alright, so after everything that happened to you, you decided that you're done with crypto exchanges and now you're going to store your crypto on a software wallet on your laptop. Very good decision. So for example, you can install Metamask, which is a Chrome extension. And so with Metamask, your private key will be stored on your laptop. Nobody else can access it. And this private key will be stored encrypted on your laptop, and only your web browser can access it. No other program can access it. So it's supposed to be secure, right? Well, one day you wake up and your account on MetaMask is empty. What the hell? What happened? It was supposed to be secure, right? There are a couple of reasons why this can happen, and I'm going to give you a personal example. So as a blockchain developer, I often code on my machine, and when I code blockchain application, I use private keys just for development. And one day I accidentally committed my private key to my code repository that I publish on GitHub, which is a website where developers push their code. And my code repository was public. And some hackers continually scan all the public repo on GitHub to find any private key. And when they find a private key, if there is any money in the associated address, they're just going to empty the account. And this is what they did for me. So I made two mistakes. I made the mistake of pushing the private key to GitHub, and I also made the mistake of using a development private key for real money. Okay, so let's say that you learn your lesson, you don't push your private key on GitHub, and one day you wake up and your MetaMask account is empty again. What happened? Perhaps that you click on the wrong button, or that you downloaded some attachment coming from an email. And this virus was a keylogger. A keylogger is a program that is going to record everything that you type on your machine, and that is going to send this data to the backend of a hacker somewhere that is going to monitor everything that you type. And when it sees something that resembles a private key, it's going to compute the associated address. Then it's going to see on the blockchain if this address has any money in it, and it will steal all the money right away. Or in some cases, it's even more sneaky. They wait a little bit that you send more money there, and when there is a lot, then they empty it. Okay, so maybe that those software wallets aren't so secure. So you decide to use something more secure, which is a hardware wallet. So a hardware wallet is a physical device that has your private key in it. So your private key never leaves this device, never goes to your operating system. So it's supposed to be very secure. So in most cases, it's very secure, but there are still ways to compromise it. And this happened to the CEO of a big crypto project who lost $8 million. So what happened is that he downloaded some attachment coming from an email. This attachment had a virus, and this virus was really crazy. It reinstalled a modified version of Chrome with a modified version of MetaMask, so everything looked exactly the same. And when this guy wanted to send some token to someone in his team, the fake version of MetaMask actually created a transaction to steal all the money. A signature request was sent to his hardware wallet, and here he made a critical mistake. He didn't read the transaction confirmation, so he didn't read what the transaction was actually doing. He validated this transaction, and all the money was gone. So technically, the hardware wallet wasn't compromised. It was MetaMask that was compromised, but he still lost all his money. So here are a couple of security tips for software wallets. So first, be very careful when someone asks you to run a script on your laptop. This can be very dangerous, especially if it's someone that you don't know very well. Be careful to never commit a private key to GitHub, even if it's just for local development. You might make a mistake one day, so just don't do it. And also make sure that you never use the development private key for real money. Another tip is to not store too much money on software wallets because they aren't as secure as hardware wallets. And the last tip is to have a separate computer just for using MetaMask and doing all your sensitive operations like banking, investment, etc. And so with this other laptop, you just do this thing. You never check your email, you never download anything. So yes, it costs some extra money, but you don't have to buy a very expensive machine. And long term, if this can prevent you from losing hundreds of thousands of dollars, it's a justified expense. Okay, so let's say that you learn your lesson, so you're done with software wallet, you bought a hardware wallet, and you're also very careful. You check every transaction that you sign, and once again, all your money is gone on your hardware wallet. What? So what happened is that you wanted to save some money. So instead of buying the hardware wallet from the official vendor, you went on Amazon to buy it from a third party or buy it secondhand to save some money. And what happened is that this third party was a scammer. So what he sold you isn't the real thing, but is a copy of a ledger that works almost exactly the same. The packaging is the same, the functionalities are the same, but it doesn't generate private keys randomly. It generates private keys in a predictable way, and the hackers has all those private keys, and so the hackers monitor the addresses associated to all those private keys, and whenever he sees some money there, he just steals everything. Okay, so let's say that from now on, you're really careful, you buy hardware wallet from the official vendor, but this is not the end, because you see at some point you want to sell your crypto. But if you try to sell your crypto on a crypto exchange, sometimes they can be really annoying. They ask you a lot of documentation to prove where does this money come from. So you think, okay, you know what? I'm just going to do the exchange peer-to-peer, because there are some websites that allow you to do this, like localbitcoins.com. And when you do this, it's very easy. So you set a meeting with someone you met on this website. You go in the city to meet this guy. And while you are waiting for the guy with your hardware wallet, all of a sudden you are attacked by 5 gangsters who threaten you and who know that you have a lot of crypto in your hardware wallet, and they threaten you and you have to reveal the private key and they steal everything. And this happened in real life, unfortunately. So as you can see, there are still a lot of ways to lose your money with hardware wallets. So here are all my security tips. Always buy hardware wallets from the official vendor directly. Don't buy from any third party, or don't buy secondhand. It's like underwears. We don't buy hardware wallets secondhand. Always check the transaction that you sign on your hardware wallet, and be very careful with physical exchange of crypto. If you do this, make sure you choose a public place with lots of people, daytime, and just do it for a small amount at first. All right, so with all those security tips you got from me, you're safe, right? So you watch this video, then you check the comment, and you see that in the comment I start to interact with you. I say thank you for the support, and if you want me to show you how to make money with crypto, add me on WhatsApp and I will give you a free training. So you add me on WhatsApp, you start to talk to me, and at some point I tell you that I have a paid course for you and that you can pay with crypto. So you feel very confident, you send me crypto, then you send me an email and you say, hey Julian, I paid for your course. But unfortunately, you got scammed because it wasn't me. So there are many people on YouTube who impersonate YouTubers, especially in the investment and crypto sphere. They create clone of my channel with the same name, same logo. They try to speak like me, and they try to add you on WhatsApp or social media. So be very careful with who you interact with on social media. In general, I don't add people on WhatsApp. And if you're not sure if you're talking with me, you can always email me, julian@idoblogs.com. All right, but I haven't told you about one last hack. And this one is very tricky because it looks like a good investment at first. And if you're not careful, you can easily fall into it. And it's advertised here by influencers who look legit. So next, check out this other video where I explain exactly how this hack works. We are going to do a deep dive and explain the code line by line. All right, that's it for today. I'll see you next time. Bye.